that I love you. And I want to thank you for sharing your app radio with everybody. Only this weekend I get to know that so much people is listening to text on the radio show. I thought, probably just a little bit of people, probably about 15 or 20. I was shocked to know that I have such wonderful brothers and sisters out there that love us so much and love all the programs that we on. I want to give God thanks to you guys. Mwah! I love you, Radio Land. And for those that is coming in on Facebook Live, I love you guys too. So Radio Land, there should be a way that you guys can call in and be part of this. Send out some messages. I don't know how the message work on the tune in the app. That's to tell you, I'm not too savvy with those kind of things, but I guess what I'm savvy about is Facebook. So now I'm with Facebook. Don't ask me about anything else. Good with Facebook now. I understand it, and I know what I'm supposed to say on Facebook, and what I'm not supposed to say. So Facebook, let me tell you something. I am not politically correct. I say it as is. Let's what? Get with the program, Facebook. Get with the program. Because you're going to get it wrong. That's who I am. But we'll talk one day. So I love you guys on the Facebook page. I want to tell you guys how much I love you guys. So we're going to get into this program, which is the 2:30 program. But before we get in there, I need to ask some medical advice. See if it is me alone that is going through this problem. And if so, I have to make an appointment to my doctor and tell him I need something, or somebody need to teach me Monday mean the second day of the week and help me explain what Tuesday is, because I always think Tuesday is the second day of the week. I bypass Monday. I think okay, I brought Monday down to about Thursday, so I need some medical advice about me and this Monday. On Mondays, no matter what I do, I never dress for Monday. Monday is my layback day. It's my day where I can bum around. I don't have to put myself together. I just put on scrubs and come here, but I look good in scrubs. I tell you why, because God could have chosen me to be in any other race, but he brought me as a black woman. He knows. He knows that I'm up to do with this blackness here, this melody right here. So I want to ask a question, and anybody can answer it, because I want to know what's up with Monday. I think because I had a full day on Saturday, and then I had a full day on Sunday. So it seems like Monday going into Thursday morning. That's why on a Tuesday morning, I'm very confused. I have to, when I wake up, I'm thinking, um, what is it today? And I look at somebody that really don't have no common sense, which I don't have much of. But the little that I have, it tells me that this is Tuesday. So I need some help. If you guys are out there and all you have the same problem like me, let me know. I have a sister out there that's willing to reach out and say, girl, I got your back. Because I want to know, am I the only person on earth that's like this? That the Monday is Thursdays and Tuesday is Monday? No, I need help. I need help. Or I think I should miss one Sunday in church and miss a Saturday of meetings and practice. So then I don't go out on Saturday and I don't go out on a Sunday. Probably those 2 days could just bring Monday, and then the vibrantness about me is gonna come out. It does not work. All I want to do on a Monday is sleep. So I need I don't know if it's mental health. I don't know if it's just I'm lazy. I need to. Should I just drink a whole spoonful of sugar? Oh no. So I can get when I come here, I can speak like that, which I do anyway. All I have to do is to drink a cup of sweet water on a Monday morning, and then I have the boost of energy, or drink some tea. Put sugar in it, drink tea, and then After that, I'm just bumped out. I didn't do nothing more than sleep. I just wake up. I need help. Veronica.
Well, I think, hello, ladies. How's everyone? I think that when it comes down to Mondays, a lot of people feel that way.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, I think that they said that most people have heart attacks mostly on Mondays.
Oh, God forbid. Akueme, akueme. I love this song, guys, but I cannot tell you the meaning of it. It says, Akueme, Akueme. If you come to my church, there is only one person that sing that song, and that is Elder Prince, and that's his song, and I like it too. I don't know the meaning, so please don't ask me. I just love the song. It says, Akueme, 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 Akueme. He is the living God. Oh. That's all I know in the song. Go ahead, Veronica.
Please don't get me to sing. No, I was just saying that, most people have heart attacks on Mondays because it's the most stressful day of the week.
Mm.
When I was in the school system, Mondays was a day that was very challenging for me because it was hard for me to catch my bearing on Monday. But once Tuesday came, I already knew what needed to be done, and it was okay with it. So yeah, I get it. Some people just don't want to deal with Mondays, right? And they always say, thank God for Fridays. So yeah, you're not alone, Tex.
Okay. Well, thank God, because I thought something was wrong with me mentally. Every Monday I get up and I'm excited because I'm good. But it's just I cannot find the right clothes to put on to say, well, okay, this is Monday. But see me dressed on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm perfect. I will get up, I will either iron in the night after my shower. I probably will just iron and put on this gorgeous dress. On Monday, no, I just want to bum around. I just want to put on gray clothes, gray pants, gray top, or tops without, behind it all, but keeping it on. Ask me on a Monday. Please don't visit me. It's not good.
Well, I always dress according to my mood.
Ah,
Whatever mood I'm in, that's how I dress.
okay.
And
Still good.
some days I'm having on light colors, some days dark colors. It all depends on the mood I'm in and what's going on with me.
Ah, so thank God I'm not alone, and we give God praise and thanks for that. So Tuesday morning, now you're
some people choose a particular day in the week that they said is their favorite day, and
yeah.
they just enjoy that day. Some people just they choose Friday or Saturday or Thursday. They just choose one day in the week. And they say, I do great on a Wednesday or do great on a Tuesday. So people have their choice of choosing a day that they find that they more enjoy just being relaxed or doing whatever they want to do, because that's the day that they find more comfortable for them. Just like Monday is not your day for Monday. Some people just say, oh, well, Thursday, oh, that's my day. Not doing anything. So I think it's also a choice of people that they make what they want to do during the week. And if yours is Monday, I think it's fine. Just enjoy the day.
I
Once you're enjoying the day, it makes it more satisfying for you because you're enjoying the day and this is who you really is on those days. You just want to be relaxed.
I thought because my birthday is coming.
That could be too. That could be one off the reason why you want Mondays off.
Uh-huh. It's just because I'm saying I don't know if that was a long time, but today it really come alive for me, and I'm saying, wait a minute. Last Monday too, it was the same thing. So why this thing was happening? So I say, you know what? Ain't no shame in the game. Let me bring it out. And if it happening somebody else, well, I have company. If not, I'll go to the doctor. I'll say, something is wrong mentally upstairs. I think the door is closed. It needs to be open on a Monday morning. So thank God, hallelujah. Glory to God, you're good. Glory, glory. So I'm fine. Doris, do you feel kind of bummy on a Mondays?
Firstly, good afternoon to everyone.
Uh-huh.
I guess the beginning, Monday is the hardest day of the week to get started and to get back in the track of things when you have a long weekend, relaxing weekend. And then Monday, you're back out there, whether you're on the job or appointments or whatever you may have. So it's just getting back into the swing of things for the week and adjusting. But for me, I adjust to any day. I adapt easily. So there is no specific day. We all have a day where we might feel a little bit bummy, we may feel a little bit, whatever the case may be. But I think, more or less we all go through that. So I don't let things like that, really get to me. Because I just, I deal with what I have, I adjust to it, and I make it work for me.
Okay.
So, big day, we all have a day where we might feel a little bit bummy. Oh, why am I hearing myself?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And I think it also depends on, sometimes some people have their schedule. They have those who work with different days in the week and get Mondays off. Some people may even use that day, as their day because they know it's a fixed time for them for work. They have so much, maybe some people have 3 days, 2 days off. So they make that day to be their day off. Just like when you make your Monday, your day off and you just feel relaxed.
But it was not like that. It's just probably it was like that, but today it's really brought awareness. Like why am I sleeping I'm so much? And then I realized I had a full week and a full weekend. So that's what I'm thinking. Probably it just come aware to me that I was extremely tired. So I got to watch it. And if it happens again on Monday, then I'll figure out that's just something of my choice and then get it out of my system. Because I don't like the way that I'm feeling because it brought quite a concern. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Is that called old age? If it is, I don't want no part of it. So I have to work on that. I was talking. No, go ahead. Veronica, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't think it's called old age because I know some young people that feel the same way.
Okay.
Yeah. I think our mood has a lot to do with how we dress, though. Unless you're one of those people that plan ahead of time and have your clothes already laid out for the week, and then you already know what you're going to put on.
No, I'm not like that.
Oh,
just anything I touch.
Yeah, when I was in corporate America, I prepared for the week like that.
So you're a perfectionist. No, I'm not. Anything I pull is what's going on. It's not gonna come off. Then I just get something pretty and put over it, or put a jacket over it, and it look good. Yeah. No planner. I think people that plan ahead, they are sanguine and perfectionists. That I'm not. Thank God. That I'm not. I'm just an extrovert who just pull and say, if you don't look good, I'll make you smile. Trust me. And I just put it on. So my background is showing kind of. Okay, so the light needed to turn down.
I'm just looking at it, Mr. Veronica, when she have to plan for the week because of her work situation. It sounds like it's because of work why she have to do that. So it's not something she would have actually done of her own. And so when you find yourself into that situation, you tend to have to follow that regime, right? That's the best work for you. And even some people who work in different places, when they have to work in uniforms and stuff, they have to get all those things sometimes ready in advance. So that's when they get up and they get going, it's just there and it becomes their routine. But I'm sure that it's not something that they, because I remember when I have to work, when I had to work and I had uniforms, I have to make sure those uniforms are ready even if I pull down whichever one that I want, but they have to be constant, be ready for me to get going so that I don't have to be looking around. So it then becomes, it's not a part of you, because on the weekends, on the time you're not working, you're free. But because of the routine of it, you tend to have to stay within that confinement of wanting to make sure everything's at your fingertip when you go through the door. So so that's good that you have your time off where you just be free. Again, go back to your minister text. You have a long weekend and you're so active doing many different activities outside and inside the home. So when you have that day now, it's like free, like I don't need to do anything, so I can just be whatever I want to put on, dress, go wear, because it's just me. So that's sort of what I'm, maybe that's what you see right now. It's not just, it's going to stay with you, but it's just what you see happening right now. And it's good. There's nothing, I believe it's healthy. It's healthy. If it doesn't go on for months and, we're concerned about it, then it's healthy. Because it just come for a season, right?
Because I didn't notice it. It's just this morning when I was, I'm thinking of what I want to wear. So all night I'm rallying that in my head. I know exactly what I want to wear. And this one I just got up and says, then I'll just take this. So you first, no problem. So I'll put you on. But then after the show, I find myself really kind of not down, but I was just like, I don't want to be bothered with. So I said, probably, and then I started to look at it. I said, probably because I'm tired, probably. And then I was looking back at last Monday and I said, oh, you had the same attitude last Monday. So I said, okay, so probably that was Monday before. And then I started to look into the Mondays, but I'm only coming up with this 2 Mondays, Monday past and this Monday. So I says, okay, probably something medically is going on that I need to be aware of, or I should just throw it out because I have no shame. No, there's no shame in the game. Shame is when I didn't know Christ. So I'm going to open up and see if that is going on with anybody else. And if it is, then I'm fine with it. If not, then I have to do something about it. So that's why I say, you know what? The best thing to do is to bring it out, let everybody know, and then let me hear the opinion of everybody. So if it's not, then I should do something about it.
Yeah. I think that it's only going to become a concern if you catch it like it's happening more often, like other than Mondays, but be consistent throughout the week. I think then you might have a concern.
Oh, okay.
But just on Mondays, I think it's just a typical Monday.
Okay.
Well, to touch on Minister Olivet, what you said about, when you wear uniforms and stuff to work, and in my line of work and job, it was uniform. So every day I have to wear uniform. So I wasn't in the habit of getting clothes ready or different outfits for any specific day. However, when I got injured and I was on medical leave, I was allowed, being a manager and doing schedules and payrolls and had to do things that others couldn't do. I was allowed to go into the office and just do the paperwork and stay in the office and stay out of the way of harm or anything pertaining to my injury. So I was allowed to wear regular clothes to go to work since I was just going to do that and that only, not interact with anybody else or on the floor or anything at the moment. So now I had to change to that habit of figuring what I'm going to wear every day because I'm not wearing uniform now. So that took sort of an adjustment because I have been wearing uniform for years. So when you do that now, you're like, because you still have to be dressed according to your position and be professional. So most of my clothes are for church or for, going out and stuff like that. Not really work clothes. In New York, I had all that. But so that was an adjustment for me because I was like, oh my, what am I going to wear today? I'm not going to wear, we wear boots with our uniform. Now I'm not wearing that. So I have to have shoes to wear, the proper shoes to wear. You can't wear open toe shoes. So, I had to go and say, okay, I have to go buy this pair of shoes, that pair of shoes to wear. So it takes an adjustment. But, once you get in the habit, but like Tech saying, maybe on Monday, you might choose something. But me getting in the habit of preparing, now that I'm on the show, sometimes I say, okay, what am I going to wear for the show tomorrow? And I might look for something and, say, okay, I'm going to wear that tomorrow. But most days I don't. I just look for something and I was like, okay, I'm going to wear that. Oh, that don't look good. And I just come up with something. But like preparing every day for it, I don't. And yes, thanks. There is nothing wrong with that. I mean, absolutely nothing. So don't think something is wrong with you. It's a problem. It's not. We just go through different things sometime, and it's just a passing thing. But there is nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I feel much better because I was kind of not coping. When my eye opened, I asked the question, "Why am I sleeping? Was something wrong?" And I sit on the chair and I said, "Did I have a headache and I passed out and I fell asleep, or something happened to me?" I was kind of confused because the most time for me to sleep, I'm like that. It's either something happened, I have an asthma attack, or I just pass out. But I didn't pass out, so I'm trying to remember: did I faint, or that was I feeling sick? And then I go back on last Monday, and I says, okay, let me talk about it. Sickness is no respect to anybody. I'm not ashamed if I'm not feeling well. I'll tell the world I'm not feeling well. That's just me. I'll tell the world I'm feeling okay. I'll tell the world I'm not feeling well. Let's talk. What is going on? And then that way, I would get answers. Like somebody, I would say, well, yeah, I faint too. Yeah, and I pass out. So that's why I like to talk. I'm just an open person. Have no shame about nothing. You can't make me shame. One thing you can do, because I have a mouth on me. So I'm a lot better now. So now people could say things to me and get away, but I won't come back twice. You may get away once, not twice. So that was my scare tactic today. So now I'm feeling much better. Dr. Veronica, Dr. Doris, and Dr. Olivet Antoine. Thank you for the counsel. Yes, so we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about. And I want to talk about being a straight shooter. Why? I know that gets me into trouble a lot. So let's be straight shooters today. What's up? What bothers you? What tick you off? Let me tell you what bothers me. What bothers me is when I say something and somebody twists it and don't say exactly what I say. Don't twist my conversation. That ticks me off. That's a show today. What pisses you off? Huh? Let's get solution for my anger, not nobody else. Focus here on me. I'm angry today. Let's talk about what pushes your buttons. And really, what make you cry? People that take advantage of seniors, it makes me cry. People that they have a grandmother, an older mother, an auntie, an uncle, and they take an advantage. Or people that take advantage of children. Now, those are the things that make me cry. And when I cry, I does not like it because I feel I can go into that person's place and shove them down. So there is the law, and I have to abide by the law. So let's talk about it. It's best if you call me and you're living far from me. That's no problem. Then I just cry home. but I grieve, okay? I cry very easy. Cry a lot. So let's talk about things that make us go the other way. Or somebody abusing a man and the man can't talk and he really wants to reach out like he don't have emotions like everybody else. Women that take advantage of men. So I'm on the men's side today. I'm not going to talk about men taking advantage of women. Forget you, woman. Today I'm going to talk about men. Men need to know that they can cry. It's okay to cry. Men need to break a bit. Don't worry. I know you're the backbone of the house, but you need to cry. You need to dance. Some men need to dance. They have men that don't dance. Do you know when you dance, all the stresses is gone? You do like la 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 la. Akueme, akueme. It's okay to dance. Men need to know that it's okay to dance. Men go through anxiety and they don't have outlets. Men go through emotional problem like me, very emotional. I have some men that is very emotional. And then when they talk, this somebody says, well, have you changed? What are you wearing? Men go through that. So today I'm going to talk about men. Men get emotionally and financially abused. Let's talk about them today. Men go through that. Do you know men go through a lot of mental illness more than noms, more than females? But the reason why it doesn't show is because men are taught to be strong. You're a man, so buckle it up. Men go through that. Men go through struggles. Men need support. And the reason why men need support, you may see a man that's going around with Susan, Carol, Joycelyn, Pauline, and Hannah. Yeah? It's not that they want to go around with many women. They need support. They need to know that I'm hurting and they need help. But because nobody have never taken the time to sit with men and tell them how much that they need help, what we do as women, we judge them. Another one again, what's wrong with you? Are you sick? Yes, they're sick. Because men, when they were boys, they were sexually abused, mentally abused, physically abused, and then they grow up to be men and they become more confused because they're married. And on top of the marriage, then they have children and children is acting like them when they were small. And he says, hey, what do I do? This little boy would not sit down. This little boy, he needs to sit down. You know, somebody needs to teach him. But you as a man, you're still playing the boy game. And let's talk about men that plays the boy game. We can't blame them because they need help. Men go through struggles. Men need to know it's okay to cry. So today we're going to turn the page of being a woman and be as a woman, but let's think as a man. Who wrote that book? I think it was Steve Harvey. Is this he or no, not he.
No, Steve Harvey. I think he says act like a man, think like a woman, or think like a woman, act like a man.
Okay, because I know well, Will Smith they had a movie out like that or something like that. Don't trust nothing that I just said.
No, it was Steve. You're correct. It was Steve Harvey. The book, the movie followed the book.
Oh.
First it was the movie. First it was the book, and then the movie came
out. Okay. I know I have a little bit of sense. Well, today, thank God, sense increased. So people, I'm getting smarter. So when you see me, look at me as a not too very, very intelligent, but look at me as an intelligent woman. Hallelujah. I'm getting there. So let's talk about men and let's, because one thing that I dislike when a woman call a man a dog, that will get me on the wrong track and on the wrong side of the street. Do you know men are not dogs? Men are human beings just like us. And if you call them a dog, then why are you sleeping with dogs as a woman? Do you know dogs supposed to be walk on leash? Don't call a man a dog. He's not a dog, which means if you sleep with dog, then you have fleas. something is wrong with you. So you need some medical help. As a woman, don't dog men out. Don't do that. Because of you, that's why they are the way they are. Because being abused as a child, father left and you're telling them, oh, you're the man of the house now. You're not supposed to cry. You're a man. You're a man. Come on. They're soldiers at the time of 2 years old. So they grow up to be soldiers, and then they get married and they cannot do what you want to do as a woman, because we were taught, when you grow up, you're going to be such a good mother. You're going to have children. You're going to marry. Men was not coached like that. Stop crying. What's your problem? Go outside and finish play. Don't worry about it. Stop. You're a man. And then the poor little boy have to say, yes, I'm a man. See my muscles? I'm a man. So you have to force to grow up too fast. And he grew up, and then, poor thing, don't even know his name. Poor Royston. Royston, I'm standing with you today. Whosoever Royston is, he is my friend. I don't know him, but hi, Royston. You're in Texas friend today. Glory to God. Don't worry about it. I'm rooting for you. And Sheila, stop giving him trouble. I don't know who those two names is, but if you know the two names, just give them kudos for me. Thumbs up. Do you believe that men have the right to cry, or they shouldn't cry? Veronica think that they should not cry. That's why she's not answering.
No, I think crying is healthy. Crying is healthy. I think it's okay for men to cry. To be honest with you, I would like to see more men cry out so that we as women can understand their struggle. Sometimes, I've been, for a long time, I've been kind of like studying men, right? And I never could put my finger on like what they go through, how they handle situations and stuff. And I didn't realize until maybe some years ago that each man is different. So that's why I couldn't put a pin on it. But yeah, each man is different. Each man has their own struggles. And yeah, it is okay to cry. If you're hurting, yeah, it's okay. I don't think less of a man, or I don't think down on a man if he is crying or something is upsetting him. Now, what would bother me is if something is bothering him and he doesn't express it. To me, that I think that say what's going on and let's deal with it. That way, they say 2 heads is better than 1. That way, whatever you're going through, let's work through it and let's come up with a solution for it. So, men, please cry. Men, please cry.
Yes.
Please, we beg you.
Doris.
Well, I think men have every right to cry. Talk about what's bothering them. For me, I have heard people say that when a man cries, they should, what is weakness? That is far from the truth. I think that when a man cries, I admire a man who has the courage to cry and say how they feel. It tells me that that's a man that has love, compassion, understanding, because not many men will cry because they are ashamed or they don't want other people to see them cry. So when I see a man cry, or he shows that tells me he's an emotional person. And a man who doesn't cry or show, he doesn't. I look at it as compassion, because I've seen already an example. Funerals. A man may be sad. He may be dying inside. He's hurting, but he holds his tears back because he's thinking that people will think he's weak because he cries in public, because people portray men to be strong and they shouldn't cry, because they are the strength of the family. They are the one that has to be strong. And that shouldn't be that way. Every man has the right to cry, just like women cry, say how they feel, express how they feel. And women should be understanding towards that. And don't make men feel that they shouldn't cry or they don't have the right to cry because they should be the strong one and be the only one. It's a shared, I think it's a shared thing that anyone should be able to have that trust that, to express to each other how they feel and talk about how you feel. But most time we don't give the man that understanding or that strength to believe that he can do that. That's why a lot of times they would turn to another male friend, or they will turn to a female friend who listens to them or who they feel that comfort with, where they should feel that comfort with you. And you're the one that have to make them feel that way. So, so most time we blame men when they turn or go elsewhere, but we have to take a look at ourselves. What have we done to steer them in that direction or to point them in that direction? So I admire a man that would cry. I have no issues. Actually, it makes me feel good if I have a husband or a man that would cry and talk about how they feel. Because I'm very understanding, I'm very compassionate, and I'm very, what is the word I'm looking for? Open to honesty and truth. Because for me, I deal better with the truth than I deal with a lie. Knowing the truth, I can understand it, I can deal with it, and I could resonate with that. But when you lie to me, like you text, that's my pet peeve. Don't lie to me. It may hurt, I may cry, but I will deal with it and understand it, opposed to you telling me a lie and find out later that you've been lying to me all this time. And that for me, that's my pet peeve. Don't do that. I can deal with the truth no matter how much it may hurt or what the situation may be. Because knowing the truth, you can deal with it, understand it, and come up with a solution, understand why, and deal with it. So men, don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to speak. Say what's on your mind and how you feel. And if that person can understand that, whether it's a woman, well, we're talking about men. So if your wife, your girlfriend, or your partner can understand that, then there is a problem there, because we all should understand each other and work with each other to make things right and to work in the way we want it to and have a good relationship in either way. So don't be afraid to cry or speak up or talk about what's bothering you to the person in your life.
I like what you ladies are saying today about men, and that's good. That is so good, because men is really really hurting, and some of them refuse to cry. I know we're not talk about women, but when I cry, it's like a relief for me, much as when a man cries. I mean, sometimes I look. I'm not looking, but if somebody's in a situation and I know that they're hurting, and I'm saying, why doesn't he not just cry? That's what I'm saying within myself. Just cry. But I'm not saying it out verbally, but I'm just saying, I'm just hoping that you would have cried, because if you cry, it's not making you belittling yourself, but it's a breakthrough when you cry, because you feel that all that tension, that stress, everything is just breaking out, and you just ball it out. As a man, just empty out yourself, just empty it out. But that's what I'm saying eternally, because I don't, not all men gonna want to do that. So you're hoping that would be the case, that they would do that. And I'm saying that because in my household, there are men in my household, and grown young men, and I'm come to a place sometime when they're frustrated or things are happening, I literally see them cry. And I thought, wow, I'm supported at it, but when the tears came out, I felt good about it, because I'm saying, at least, he's crying, and you could hear the cry, and I'm supported at the cry, but I was so overwhelmed to know that he could have cried, and another one cried. So I can hear different times, in the family time when things do happen, I see the tears, and I find it's very healthy when they cry. So I find crying is healthy. And I mean, if you're coming from a point of sometime in the Caribbean where I'm from, they're not gonna cry. Some of them will cry, depends on where, who, and what the situation, they will cry. But then here I find, even from the Caribbean also, I see men cry. I've experienced seeing men cry. And I think they're so healthy. So for me, crying for a man, it's good. It really, really is good. It's not making you, belittling you. But when you finish cry, it makes a lot of difference. It's like all that you were concerned or struggle about, just cry it out, and it just got calm and a peace, and then things began to turn around. Because now you let out what was it within you through your tears, and you're able now to cope with situation after, even a couple days after, you begin to cope with it. So crying helps to alleviate sometimes the stress that's overwhelming, that you're real, and instead of lashing it out, the most important, and sometimes if you don't want to cry in front of someone, then I think it's good to go, somewhere in a room, or take the time, go for a drive and just cry. Or if you want someone with you, hold on to the person and say, I need you to stay with me because I just need the support. So I'm just saying that to say, I know we're not talking about women, and I know it's harder for men to cry, but my encouragement is just saying, it's so important when you cry, just to let it out. It's good, it's healthy. There's nothing macho about it, and there's nothing minimizing, make it belittling you about it. It just say to you that you have also emotion, you have feelings, things occur. We're in this world and we go through challenging times. We come up through hard times. There's difficult times, situation with your family, pass on, or your work situation, finances, and just things that are troubling you. Just empty it out. And sometimes when you come, for men who come home to their family or to their wives, and what's going on? How is your day? You want to take the time out and just share what's going on also. But if you just need that time to say, I need some time to just let out. Just let me cry. Just let me. But it's gonna take that person that is with you to say, honey, it's okay, which is a wife. The wife would say it's okay. Or that friend to say, it's all right. The single person, or that friend, you can come and say, it's okay. And don't, afterwards, you don't see the person as belittling them or hold us. So you don't go out and conversate and share that with anybody else. So then confidentiality is also important, and trust is also important. So it is healthy to cry. I know it's challenging, but if you reach a place where you don't know what to do, and it's really pain is hard, just let it out. Just let it out. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. That area is gonna be taken care of because you let it out. And as you move on, you're gonna find that when you find challenging time and you can't reach somewhere, you can't reach someone, you yourself can just cry or call someone. It's healthy. It is healthy. And it goes for in every age without respecting the person, not minimizing the person, belittle the person, or let them say, well, why are you doing that? It's not for us to ask what are you doing or why. It's the most important for you to stand in the gap and stand support and say it is healthy. Just say, go ahead. My shoulder is here, go ahead if you want going. And it depends on the situation, the person, and how the brought up is. But the encouragement, I'm encouraging all men today, those with different age group that needed just to cry, it's healthy. Go ahead and cry. Jesus himself cried. That's an example he gave us. Just cry. That's my encouragement today. Just cry. It's okay. It's okay. Just cry. I just want to share that for men today.
Veronica.
I just want to add too that I think that men cry in different ways. It doesn't always have to be in tears, so to speak, but I think just having someone to talk to is an outlet. And I'll give you an example. Like this morning, my son, he messaged me and he says, Mom, does grits expire? And I'm like, he's asking me about grits, but I knew in my gut feeling it was something more than just about grits. Right. Right. So that text message followed up with the phone call. And he was talking about the issues of today and, everything that's going on in the world. And he was really stressing about those issues. And he was like, I don't think that, things are being done about it. What about us? That type of thing. And then he was talking about his dating life, right? Which is very important in some men, right? Especially if they're single, he's concerned about the dating life. He's like, the women are changing. And I said, what do you mean by changing? He says, it used to be a thing that you ask a woman out on a date, you go out on a date and, you nourish the relationship. And, he's like, now all women want is the money. And I was like, really? And so he's like, yeah, it's like a phase that's going around. And so people are not really trying to be in committed relationships. They're to, get what they want out of the situation. And that was really, I looked at that as a cry out because, that's not the kind of woman he wants. He wants somebody that he can love and be dedicated and, that type of thing too. So, yeah, I think that cries can come in all forms, and it was my duty as a mother to make sure that once I got off the phone with my son that he does have a healthy mindset and that he looks at the situation like it's going to be okay. Either way, it's going to be okay. And if you want to talk again, we'll talk again. Whenever you want to talk, we'll talk. And that's one I think that we should, as women, should also encourage the men in our families, to talk, have an open door for us to talk, for them to talk to us. And I think that if a man is going to cry, like physically cry, I think he should do it at home. Never in public, but at home. It's okay to do it at home because that's when, you're around people that love you, that care for you, and that support you, but I don't like to see a man cry in public. But if you're at home, yeah. And not on, well, I can't say not in public, right? If it needs that kind of situation, yes. If you need to cry in public and something is hurting you, yes, definitely. But definitely feel free to do it at home as well, because I would rather for a man to cry and get it all out than to hold it in, because that's when you became angry, bitter, disappointed, those type of emotions. And so, yeah, I just think that we just have to look out for the signs. We as women, we need to look out for the signs of the men, and when we see that they might be breaking down emotionally, or psychologically, we need to stand in the gap for them so that they can feel more comfortable to release that, because men, especially black men, go through a lot. They really do. They have to deal with the pressures at work, in the community, at the church, just all over, and definitely in the home. Men have so many things to worry about, how they're gonna, keep a roof over the family's head, and food on the table, and the clothes on the kids' back, and healthcare. You think about all those issues that men have to deal with, because some men don't escape those responsibilities. They take them on fully, and sometimes they may not be able to do the job that they're required to do, or at least people believe that they should be required to do. So yeah, kudos to those men who know themselves and know when to cry and how to, and who to cry to, because you can't just cry to everybody. Some women can't keep the secrets. Some women will be quick to go out and tell the world what your issues are, and especially if the the woman is angry with the man, then she go out and tell them. So they have to know exactly who to share with their feelings and emotions with. So I think that if they do that, then I think the whole family will be healthier. Yeah.
So Veronica take the two statements, which is good. So I want to come back on one of the things that she talks about. Our young men today, our young men are going through what some of the older guys have never been through. Our young men today have everything exposed to them, and at a tender age, everything. So that generation, that's our generation or the generation before us, where they lapse and they had no one to talk to at that time in that generation. Let's say my father generation. And my father generation as men, what they do, if in the Caribbean, they drink. They stay by the rum shop. They stay by the bar, and they hear they just swearing and cursing off women. Well, my father don't drink, and he used to be by the bar. So I'm telling you, that generation, that's what they used to do. Even some of them were Christians, so some of them grew up good, and some of them just learn of what they see the older men do. You ever see some young boys, if you're in the Caribbean, you see some young boys hanging out with old men trying to learn something, and all the old men say, I'm telling you, she's crazy, don't go after that one. That one is a wicked one. I'm just telling you because I've been there. So they never had a structure to say, well, this is the path that you follow. Be responsible if you have a family. If you're married, stay within the marriage. Be responsible, do this and do that and do that. They never had that structure. So we have a lot of young men that never grew up with any father. Like the man passed there like he's a sperm donor. He passed here, then he passed there, and then he says, okay, I'm going up the road, and he went up the road and he did something. He come down the road. So he has no form of structure. And those are the men now that we're trying to put in structure. And so unfortunately, those are the men that is in the nursing home. And they're crying out, Susan! You go on every level and they're still crying out, Susan or Carol. So now we have these set of men here now where we are trying now to groom to say it's okay to cry. It's okay because you have drugs at your head. You have abuse from classmates. You have the younger ones now that coming out of college with all this degree and going to school and going to work. And you see, because of their complexion, you have people who just getting passed over them, and they have what it takes to be the CEO, what it takes to be this high level in their workplace. They have to take a lot of trash before they get there. And those are the men that I want to talk to let you know all is not lost. You can start your own company. You can start your own business too. They have everything at their leisure, but because of it was not passed down in a proper way, now you have our young men just so stressed out. And they're having children younger now. Sometimes when I hear young children, I say, well, where have you been, Dexter? Like, what were you doing? The age now that they're having children is the norm. 15, 16 years and they have children, 4, 5 children. And you say, huh? How did it happen? Like people like me like to ask that question. I don't know if I don't have common sense. Pray for me. I quick to ask them, well, how did it happen? Like, why are you so young and have so much kids? Or why are you doing this? Or why? Because the structure was not taking place. Mothers is in the home, and they call in Tom, Dick, and Harry, and every child belongs to Dick, and Harry is one, and Peter is the other one, and John is the other one. I hope it's not John Cali's name I'm calling. No, it's not his name. My boss will kill me. John and Peter and Hezekiah and Jeremiah, everybody having a child each, and just leave the woman alone with the bag in her hands. She frustrated because she have 5 And God forbid if she have 5 boys. You know how hard it is to raise boys. And she used words like, you see, just like your father, as father like son. And she used those kind of words because she is hurting. And on top of she hurting the children. You see, you wouldn't come out to not, you'll be just like your father. Not that she meant in that bad way, but frustration. And I don't want to give her a clean slate to say what frustration caused her to do that. But when you have kids and there is no responsibility because they was not taught how to be responsible. Maxwell tell them, girl, I'm telling you, don't go with that one. Just do what you gotta do. Just keep it straight. Tell him to stay home. Tell him to get married. Some men don't want the responsibility of getting married. They just want to just do what they want to do, single files. They're all over the place. They go into Walmart, then they go to No Frills, then they go to this supermarket, and they go to that supermarket. I thought they're going to pick up groceries. So we have to help our men now, we who know better, teach our men how to structure yourself. You had a problem since you were small. It's time for you to take responsibility. Something happened to you. You take responsibility for what it is and stop going about and blame people and say, well, I'm doing this because of you. No, you can't do it because of me. You do it because of your choice. So let's get with the program. Then I want to talk about, and Jean Bell is here. Jean, so what do you think about structuring and for men? Should men cry? Should men show emotions? And then it have some men who are depressed. You know, just as how a woman have low self-esteem, it have some men like that. Men suffer with low self-esteem. A man always want to look good. And I'll tell you, if you don't believe me, go by a gym and stand up and watch them. They look at each other and then they lift the iron harder to see who could get a bigger muscles. And that's what they do. They just compete against their own selves. And then they walk around with some tight shirt and I'm saying, well, aren't you going to cough? And the shirt is too tight. It's not tight enough. So men suffer with low self-esteem. I have nothing against the muscle, but some men just overdo it. They're just big and for nothing. Like there's no reason them to be that big. So I'm not judging you. I still love you, but I'm just encouraging you that there's no need for that. You're just big and you're wasting bigness. Just give it to somebody else. Because these are men, they're big on top, and then they have two little legs in the bottom. And ladies saying, wow, he look good. I'm so sorry, I don't know what he look like. I'm not laughing at you, I'm so sorry. And I'm only saying, there's no need to get that big. You can't scratch your back because the muscles are so big. Let's take it on a notch. It's okay I'm to compete, but don't bring yourself there. There's no need to go that far. It's okay, like to build muscles. It's okay, like to look, well, 6-pack, whatever the pack is. I don't know why they call it a 6-pack when it's just muscles, just take it down a notch. Let the body look good. You don't have to do it, take all kind of drugs to make it that way. Because when you reach 70 years, I'm telling you, you're not looking that good. Okay. So, abuse. Do you know you have some ladies that abuse men? They make them cry. And then after the men go out and they tell Susan, she made me cry. Men get abused. Have you ever asked your husband or asked your boyfriend, could you get this? And he stand up over it and he's looking like this because he don't know what you tell him because he has something in his mind that he can't function straight. And he says, but I was looking, where is it? Oh, that's what you wanted? Some men are like that. I have two, so I can tell you. The first time, okay. So I'm a good mother, right? I thought that my son, because he's an extrovert, okay, so I don't know what I thought. Okay, so just leave me alone. Just don't judge me, guys. So everything, I would go to my son and I say, "Yeah, this happened. This happened." One day he watched me good, and he just started yelling. So I asked him, I said, "Well, why are you yelling? Like since when?" He said, "Ma, I have emotion." I said, "You have emotions?" I don't know. Don't judge me, Wall. Okay, I mean, listen, I grew up with my cousins. I grew up with people. I never see people just outburst like that. So for all this, yes, I'm telling this child my problem, and this child was a very good child. He would listen to all my problems, and so then she reached 14 years old. 14, 14 or 16. He just started busting out and quarreling. So I got shocked to know why is he just outbursting at me. He says, "Ma, I have emotions. You think I don't have emotions?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to sleep." I just made a U-turn and I went to lie down. Because I just thought, you just tell him that. That's why I miss him so much. I talk about him because I miss him a lot. I just thought that that's what a woman do. They complain them to the boy child because the boy child is very close to them, so they just complain. I didn't know that was stress for him. I learned very fast on that day. So when the father come, I couldn't say anything. He says, "Everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." He says, so now what happened between you and Alan?" He went, "Oh, nothing." He says, "Something happened. So what happened?" He went, "Oh, I'm good." Because I don't know what to say. I didn't know that the boy have emotion. So then I started to look at him different. I said, "Well, Sir Alan," and I started calling him Sir and respect his space. And I learned since he was small. But that day scared me. And then that's when I know, oh, well, the father is quiet. I can afford to walk around and beat pot, make noise, and he don't say anything. But that one, that tiger, that tiger, is not easy. He will tell you exactly how he feeling. "Ma, now today I'm tired, I'm stressed out. Just keep it on out. Not now, no, no." And then I say, "Okay, sure, no problem." Because when I see him, I just want to tell him all my problems. You say, "I'm not your counselor. I'm your son." So that was the difference between between that shark mouth and the father. The father is very quiet, but if he closes his mouth, he look as the father. He's very calm like the father until the mouth opened. Then I don't know the mother. I have no idea who the mother is. He's a very loud child, a very loud man right now, and he's not afraid to talk. I don't know the mother. I only know the father. We just praise God for the father. Hallelujah. So let's talk about men having outbursts in the house.
Well,
Should
I
they have
know
it?
I raised, should they have outbursts in the house?
Hmm.
I don't think outbursts is acceptable. I don't think outbursts is acceptable no matter who it is. I think that we
Men.
can talk in a reasonable manner and get our point across. You asked a question about women abusing men, right? Being
Yeah.
an abuser.
Yeah.
And there has been times as a mother, I had to go back and apologize to my sons when they were children, because, as a single mom during certain parts of their childhood, I was a single mom, and a lot of the things that I would go through, you know, came out in our family meetings, right? Or just in everyday situations. I would talk to them and, yeah, they would have emotions and, you know, we try to keep it down to a minimal about, how you react to certain things that's being said to you, but yeah, I think that men it's okay to speak out, but to have an outburst you know, like men, when they get angry, what do? They knock over stuff, they put holes in the walls, they, you know, curse and
Not a
use
mouse.
foul language, you know,
Mm.
they yeah, well, I've been there. I've been there. So yeah, you know, for me, if I see where a man is getting hostile or talking very loud and powerful, I will back up. I'll say, okay, I get what you're saying. You know, let's deal with it, or maybe give him time to cool down, right? Because you have to use wisdom with that, because some men don't know how to control their anger. They don't know how to control the outburst, you know. So we just have to use wisdom when it comes down to the men. We have to use wisdom, and hopefully we don't get them to the point of where they're, you know, having an outburst in the home where the whole house is like the outburst, because even the out deal with the situation, right? And not only do you deal with the situation, but then you get with the outburst too. So it just comes on top of everything else that's going on at home or with the situation. So yeah, I think that if they know themselves, they can have better control over and look at things in a positive way. You know, even though it's hurtful, even though someone may have hurt your feelings. And then, you know, I just want to say that just recently, like within, you know, hours of the show here, I had to go and apologize for things that I have said to an individual, and just not realizing the words that I chose to use with this person just was hurtful. And you know, at the time when I was saying it, I didn't say it to be hurtful, but oftentimes we don't even know that we're being hurtful until we go back and maybe think about it, or somebody else says, you know, hey, you could have handled that situation differently. You know, so it's okay to say, hey, I'm sorry. It's okay to say, hey, I apologize. You know, I didn't mean to say what I said. You know, please forgive me. All of those words are helpful. So, you know, sometimes we just have to go back and do that so that the men can heal.
As a wife too, there are times where I
Yeah,
have
that's my
to. Is everybody frozen, or can everybody hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, I think this video here stopped and it's gonna be coming back on. Okay, so we have a new person on the. What is this? Our video stop?
No,
Is everybody on Facebook?
I don't know about Facebook, but
Um, we're on the different.
But are we live?
Yes, we are.
yes, I see us.
We are live. Yeah,
Okay, so we have
We're live.
yeah,
not live.
we are live.
Okay.
I think we're going in and out. I think we're going in and out.
Everything is going in and out because now it says this this live video has ended.
Oh, it just showed mine just now. That this live video has ended. Available soon.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Oh
so
no.
Facebook probably ended the live, or
And this is on Gemfm magazine.
Yeah,
It's
it's on
back.
Gemfm. It's not enough
Yeah,
because I'm looking here. Let me see. Yeah, and my page is done too. Mm.
Gemfm radio magazine. Yet stop.
Okay, it's back on. No, it's just live video interrupted. Broadcast has been paused and will resume. What time is it?
the internet is probably fluctuating.
Yeah. So it's on yours too. I'm Doris.
No, I'm hearing everybody. I'm seeing Veronica was keep going in and out, in and out.
Uh-huh.
But everybody else, I'm hearing okay.
Okay. Are you hearing us on Zoom or are you hearing us on Facebook?
No, I'm hearing you on Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we just have a new person that just joined us. Okay, let me see this. Yeah. It's too late. Oh no, we have a new evangelist here. I think they come from India, Pakistan. We're all there. Yeah. So probably we are on YouTube
Yes, we are on YouTube.
because it says live on YouTube.
Yes, but not on Facebook. On some places it's not. It's cutting in and out.
Yeah. So I think we all should turn now on YouTube and let's see how we can build that platform over there. So that's Monday for me. That's last week. Wednesday, 3 weeks ago. Well, this is me today. 9 videos. No, I've, I've on the same clothes.
I don't know how to do that since I don't have, I'm just doing everything on my phone. See, I don't have 2 devices. So
Okay.
that's sort of hard for me to do.
What clothes I have on? Gracious. I hope nobody did not hear that. I hope nobody.
Everybody on YouTube is hearing it.
Okay. Now we have such new evangelists just come on day with us and they're just oh no, it ended. So www dot let's see how we can work on that to bring it down a notch.
Okay, I'm going to turn off my camera for 1 second so I can check Facebook and see what's going on. And then I'll turn my camera back on.
I don't like when that happens because it throws me off and then I can think I don't know. I'm sketchy. I don't know where I am. I don't like to get I'm interrupted because when I get interrupted, then it break my train of thoughts. And it just a one person follows.
I'm hearing your text and on Facebook, it did say yes, the live has ended.
Yeah.
So, but when I log, okay, when I when I go back and reopen it, I'm seeing Evangelist Safars, the new person you're talking about. When I reopen it, I see Yulin is there. Yulin, if you can hear us, if we are still on Facebook, Yulin Alexander, please make a comment and say yes, so we'll know that we are still live. Yvonne Joseph is there when I reopen it and he's saying live. I closed out the window I was in, and then that's who I'm seeing now. Anabu, Jovita, Yulin, Janice Bell, Evangelist Safars, so however you pronounce that. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, it's from those guys from Pakistan.
So I'm not sure he said when I reopen it, it says live. So I don't know if anyone can comment and let us know if we are still live on Facebook, who is watching, but then we'll know.
I think what happened, the system gone to sleep. That's what happened.
So, okay. So I am here. So it's still saying live, but I'm not sure when I reopen it. Let me close it again and reopen Gemfm, the link.
Yeah, when I did that, I'm getting Veronica, and then it is giving me waiting for live video signal. Then it cuts off. So that's what probably I think. What time is it? Nataki's supposed to be.
It's
Let me call her and see if she know about it.
3:58.
Yeah. What time to start?
Okay. So now when I open the link that was shared earlier when we went on, it's saying it has ended. So it has ended. So
I think that's the end of our program.
yes, I guess we're no longer live on Facebook.
No, we're live on YouTube. So that's what happened. Hi. So I think we should end this segment and we'll pick it up again for tomorrow, please Lord. Tuesday we may have Dr. No, he says next week. Okay. So tomorrow, please the Lord, we'll continue on this. Yeah? So guys, let's talk to some guys and see if we can have them calling in or be on a program tomorrow. So we're gonna take it in and talk about it. I'm not too sure if Patrick is gonna be able to come on, but I'm gonna call him tonight and ask him if he can come on tomorrow, please the Lord. And so we come to the end of this program now, and we want to say thanks for being on, everybody, and thanks for enjoying this program this afternoon. I hope it was well presented. Even though, do you notice that we don't talk about things before we come live here, and we just talk and we just flow? There's no prompt of Monday program is this, Tuesday program is that. I think that's going to be boring. If our boss just put us on schedule and said that this is what we're going to talk about, and then the Lord said, talk about this, it's going to be like, do I follow? Am I going out of? I'm not a structure person, so I wish I would never go on a structure. Somebody put me on a structure saying, this is what we talk about on a Monday, this is what we talk about. I just love the flow of this and how God do things. And I think that's what bring it very, it's very exciting that way, because everybody just fit into the program. That if we have it structured, why should we talk about this? Can we talk about that? Like something may happen in the families, something could happen home, and you can say, well, you know, let's talk about anger. And then I said, yikes, not right now. Somebody is still going through that. So could we wait until that person calm down, then we talk about anger? Yeah. So since we on the what you call it, YouTube live, and Veronica was just going through about saying sorry. I'm an extrovert, so if I have my husband open his mouth, I just go and lie down and sleep. I don't answer back.
Oh,
I should be the only one talking. If I'm not talking, then I'm sleeping. So if you think that you're gonna overpower me, nah, I just gonna lie down. I just stay in bed and then I just sleep. I don't like people yelling at me. I don't like people screaming at me. It makes me get very nervous. Nervous. I get shaky and it stays like for a couple days. Well, so I don't like it. I just go sleep. You think you're gonna come and antagonize me? I'll show you a sleeping pattern. I sleep like this. It doesn't take me long. So then my head going down. That's it. That's it. So then my 2 foot hit that bed. The time I do that, so I fall asleep in mid-air to avoid myself from shaking. That's why I don't like loud people around me. And God is blessing me so much with quiet people, very quiet people around me. So I'm the one that and they are quiet, which is very good for my life and for my strength and for my faith, for my prayer life. Because if I'm upset, then I can't pray. God, all I do is just cry before the Lord. So let's give God praise and thanks for quiet people around us. And here we come to the end of the program. So from tomorrow, please the Lord, we're going to take it back. If the Lord said, let's continue, then we'll continue it. But so far, let's keep that in mind. And then God is going to give each and every one of us a topic tomorrow. Watch it, watch it. Everybody's going to come with a new topic. I'm telling you, it's going to happen tomorrow, please the Lord. We're going to come with it. And it's going to just kind of blend in. So we're going to end that one and then start with what God gives us. That's what he does. Best all the time. Love you guys. It's now 4:04, and I want to thank you all for coming in and sharing with all of us, and we all can pour out together. There's no one bigger than the no. We all on same level, going through the same thing, talking the same talk with the same experience. Amen. I love you all. Thank you. And for coming in. For those of you in Radio Land and Facebook, we're sorry that the live has cut. And those of you in listening land, radio land, we love you, Texman Waring. And let's give a shout out. This is the 2 o'clock, the 2:30 side. Yeah, love, 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 love. And now kiss.
Undo it.
Oh, doop, 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 doop. That's a heart beating. Love you all.